We are live. At least according to the thing it says, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our auction and to our channel. We hope you're all doing well. And on this nice Sunday evening, it is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I'm going to stick with Sunday evenings here for a while, I think. We'll see how that works out. We did it last Sunday. It was okay. I don't have to get up early tomorrow anymore, so I think it's a good night for me. And as long as I've had a good night's sleep the night before, I guess it's good. Okay, if you're new to our channel, and sometimes we get a few new folks, so we'll go through the spiel here. Please email me. It's in the chat. My user ID, my email address for me, GJ@yahoo.com. Include your real name, your YouTube name or channel, and now, and we'll talk about that in a minute, shipping and PayPal information. And we do use PayPal for the invoicing. If you can't use PayPal, that's okay. I have other methods. We can do Venmo, we can do Cash App, Zelle. Am I forgetting something? I guess that's it for now. And then I use Pirate Ship to get you the best deal on shipping. If you're not using Pirate Ship, you really should. If you're shipping anything at all, even if you just do it once or twice a year, it's free. It's a free service. It don't cost you anything to use it. I have gotten sometimes as much as a 50% discount. It's amazing what it saves you for shipping. So I get you the best deal I can there. Of course, I want to package what I'm selling as best as I can as well, so that it survives the UPS or the post office. We do biddings in $1 increments or more, up to $10. After $10, I ask you to please do in $2 increments or more after $10. Once I post sold in the chat, bidding is closed. I'm not doing multiple items tonight, so that's not going to be an issue. I think I have a few silver items tonight. No gold that I can recall. No. There might be one that has some gold rimming or something like that. They put the plating, the gold plating on it, but it's pretty minimal amount of gold. But I don't think I've tested any of it. But if they're marked, I'll let you know. And that's where that is. So that gets through the spiel, beginning the stuff I have to cover. We are up in northwest Vermont, about less than 2 hours from Montreal, less than an hour from the border with Canada, just outside of the city of Burlington, not in Burlington, but in this suburb. Actually, I'm in a rural area outside, about 20 minutes. No, about 35 minutes outside of Burlington. In a pretty rural area, but the post office is real nearby. Let me see, what else do we want to tell you? We've been doing this for a while now, off and on. There was a break there. I took a break between September and last week. We just had a lot going on in our lives, health issues and a new puppy and just all kinds of things. I was working part-time, for those that know, and I'm no longer working at all. The company let a bunch of us go. I knew when that's going to happen, that would be the first to go anyway. So it wasn't a big surprise. Let's see, what else? So yeah, that kind of frees up my time for doing more auctions, and I may go to more than once a week. We'll see. If it looks like it's something worthwhile doing, I will do it. I do have an eBay channel out there. I have Poshmark, a few things, not much. I'm going to start putting some stuff up on Etsy as well. And you will see that hopefully very soon. I did pick up some really nice items to put out there on both eBay and or Etsy. I've got some pieces of Fenton, and I've got a couple really high-end vases or vases, I guess. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else I need to cover? So anyway, the weather here has been kind of up and down. I think it was 36 degrees when I came upstairs. It was in the 20s low 20s, maybe even in the upper teens. I think they're early this morning. We got some off and on snow showers today, but nothing, no accumulation. We typically get a lot of snow here anyway, if it's a normal winter, I should say. We've had a lot of snow, more so than usual for November, but I guess that's been true across other parts of the country. Um, there's a big storm coming through maybe later this week and maybe not. We don't know. It's supposed to be a coastal storm, and we're about 4 hours from the coast. So we're inland for, I say, we're the other Canadian border. So we're fairly inland. But a lot of the storms that come through Canada, we get. So it kind of, you never know. All I can say is that the ski areas are happy. They're getting the weather's ideal for skiing. They can make lots of snow on top of the natural snow they've already got. And I'm sure they're all open now. And I saw that the some of the ski areas and resorts and stuff like that's got some pretty high ratings this year nationally. So speaking, so that's a good thing. From my friends that are skiers, I was cross country, but I never did much down. I never did any downhill to speak of. They have said that the conditions here usually compared to out west, they tend to get more powder. We tend to get more packed powder, that kind of thing. So if that's anything, means anything to any of the skiers out there, but that's where we are. Let me see what else. If you're up there in the chat, please just drop a hi. Just give me a know they're there. That doesn't mean you have to buy anything. It just kind of is nice to let them let me know that you're out there and not just lurking. I do that to other people though, so I can't blame you for not putting anything in the chat. I watched a lot of the other auctions when I had the time, and we're getting more into that again. Like I said, we kind of took a break from YouTube in general for the past month or so. So let me see what else is interesting here. I guess that covers pretty much everything. If you have any questions, of course, put something in the chat. You're welcome to email me. Oh, and if you're watching this video later, I try to be good. I always put the sold in the chat. So if you're looking at the chat, I'll be sure you're on live chat, not top chat. But if you're in the chat and you see something you want, put your bid in. But if you're watching this video later or after we're done, and you see something you really want, check to see if it was sold. I don't always put the sold on the screen on the video. If I remember to do it, I'll do it, but I don't always put it there. But I always put the sold in the chat. So, and you should be able to look at the live chat and on playback. So, I think that's it. All right. So let's get started. Like I say, I don't know if anybody's out there yet or not, and that's okay. I'll get started anyway. And so I changed cameras over to my little table next door to me here. And excuse me, something tickling my nose tonight. I may have to pause the audio. I mean, mute the audio briefly here to blow my nose. Give me a second. There, that's better. Okay, so we got these Huggle slippers, slipper socks. Good time of year to have something like this, right? They're brand new, as you can see in the original packaging. What does it say for size? I didn't forgot already. One size fits all. Okay. It says they're super soft, non-slip, extra warm, and we're going to start these at $6. And put that up on the screen so people can see it. And like I said, that is the first item for tonight. Is anybody interested out there? I figured it's a good item to get started. It says it's as seen on TV. So apparently these were a TV promotional thing. I don't know what year. Let's see what it says on the front. 2019. So this was 6 years ago. So probably don't see that commercial anymore. Ultra plush slipper socks. Premium fleece quality. Cable knit style. They are 100% acrylic with a liner that's 100% polyester. Silicone grips on for traction on hard floors, it says. So any interest in that? They're charcoal gray, according to the label here. I think that shows up pretty well on the camera. Is there any interest in those? If not, we'll go on to the next item. This is also foot related. I'm not sure how late I'll go tonight. We'll kind of wing it. I usually go at least 2 hours. It kind of depends on how things are going with folks out there and whether there's much interest in what we're presenting tonight. If you didn't see the preview, I am doing a combination of some a fair amount of Christmas stuff and jewelry. Those stuff and some collectible. I guess I call them collectibles, decor / other things. So, and then purses. I do have some more purses. So, let me look around. Is that it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I say, we'll start with the jewelry after I get these 2 items up. But I guess we're going to pass on this one. There's no one's interested in the slipper socks, or if there's nobody out there to look at them. Not really sure. I can't always tell if there's people out there watching or not. The next item is also brand new, and this is really ideal for somebody who works in a cold, or it lives in a cold climate, I should say. And these are some people call them they go by various names, trackers and a couple of things like this. They go on the bottom of your boot or shoe, and they have little studs sticking out of them. So they slip over your thing. It's a rubberized thing with these little studs in it. This is a size XL. So I don't know what that means. What that means for size of shoe. It doesn't really say on the sticker. It just says, oh, here it is. Women's 13 through 16 and men's 11 through 14. There. Okay. So non-slip. We'll call it that. Non-slip traction for boots or shoes. And they're a size XL. Oh, misspelled shoes. We'll start these at $6. I know these go for quite a bit more than that, new ones. I have a set for my boots. My wife has some for hers. So I know what I've paid for them, but I don't need these. These would fit my foot. So let me show you the label again, just so you see if I can get that to focus and the glare off of there. No, it's too much light. There. No, that's still too much light. There. Okay. So you can see the sizes again. Women's 13 through 16 and men's 11 through 14. If there's any interest in that. They do work pretty well. You see all these videos out there of people slipping and sliding on ice, like especially if they got a sloping driveway or sloping road or sidewalk. This would not, this would definitely alleviate that problem. So, excuse me. I always seem to make sure I always have to have water handy. I'll tell you, even though I'm not talking a lot, but it doesn't take long before it's dry in this house because of the wood stove. And yes, I keep a cast iron kettle of water on the stove to help humidify the house, but it doesn't always work enough. Okay, no interest in those. We will pass. And go on to something else. Okay. What to go to next? Well, let's do some jewelry, even though I don't know if anybody's out there or not. We'll start with something simple but interesting, I think. This is not stone. inventory tag off of it. Just a second. Kind of distracts for a little bit from it. Yeah. Okay, this is a very long. Oh, I should measure it. Hang on. This is really, really long. It is a total drop of 22. So I would say that probably the ideal way to use this and is sorry. There is no clasp on this, but there it is. I think the beads and everything around it pretty much are just acrylic, but it has a combination of some green and some light coral colors and off-white. And let's see, what I'm going to call this necklace. We'll call this the double strand multicolor necklace. We'll start this at $4. It's not stone. Looks like stone, sort of, but it's not. It's I think some of the smaller pieces maybe they might be glass. I don't know. I think they're mostly acrylic. If there's any interest in that. Okay. For those that are new to me as well, I worked for IBM for close to 40 years, and I worked for a medical software company after that for a while, which is where and then I retired, and then they asked me to come back to the medical software company, so I was there for almost a year before they let a whole bunch of us go. So, I was the oldest employee, I'm pretty sure. I know that because when these companies, these large companies like that, let a bunch of people go, they also put out all the statistics of the ages of the people who were affected. And my age was it was easy to pick out myself because I was the oldest one. I said, yep, that's me. So, yeah. So that's okay. Exactly. I didn't go into it needing to be there necessarily. It was just nice to have back to some of my old employees, and we could work from home, which was really nice. So no commute. My commute was walking up the stairs. So that was pretty cool. Okay, no interest in this one. Let's pass and put this one away. And I pretty much will stay on the table here and not go back to my cell phone. This is something I need to show you. I do have some winter clothing items that I should be showing as well, but I think I want to spend some time on. I've got a lot of Christmas related stuff that I really need to show you, considering the time of year it is. So let's get started with some of that. Grab one close by here. Is this one I want to show? I think it is. Oh yeah, this is really cool. This is an ornament. It's from the White House Historical Association. It comes in the box. That's and it has it was the Christmas ornament from 2012. So during the Obama administration. Is that right? Yeah. And so you can see it's got an old cards, and I don't usually take these out, but they're not fastened in per se. But I want you to see it. It is a really three-dimensional metal ornament, and the write-up that's with it here is the White House Historical Association Christmas ornament from 2012, and it says the white steamer purchased for President Taft is pictured just outside the White House in the picture in the folder here. White House garage in March of 1909, and so this is supposed to be a basically a replica of that. And the it was actually during the Taft administration. It is 19. This is in 2012. This is obviously the Taft administration was from 1909 to 1913, and so that's what. And it gives a little bit of history in the book here about the White House and that time frame, and it gives you some other stuff. And so you can see it's from the WhiteHouseHistory.org, Historical Association. So, White House. I'm going to call this White House 2012 ornament. We'll start this at. Well, I don't even know where to start. I have no clue. I'm going to guess that this is probably. Let me just do it. Yeah, I'm about right. I'm going to start this at $7. That's, oops, I can't spell ornament. There we go. And so this is the booklet. I have the cover. The cover, here's the cover. So, like I said, so I'm typically I look at when I kind of try to copy these things, I kind of look at what's out there in the real world, and then I start at 50% of that. So, so there's some room if somebody was a reseller, but if you're just a collector, it's a good deal, and I'm not losing money on it. So, okay. Yeah, I have a few of those actually. Not all White House, but I have them, and they are an ornament, so they can be hung from a tree. Let's see. Let's do another. I don't know if people collect these kinds of things, but I'm going to put it out there. I'm just trying to orient it in the box here so you can see it properly. But there's no interest in that. At least nobody from out there saying so. So we will pass on this. You see, I got a lot of Christmas stuff, so I'm going to try and get through some of it. Oops, I'm going to put that back in the box. There. And there. And set that aside. I have this ornament that it says Mother on it. But it was unfortunate, depending on how you look at it. It says 1981 on it, like that, and there's a Hallmark ornament. It is it's from the Tree Trimmer Collection, and on this side it has a saying about mother. See if I can get the glare off of there. There we go. In the mother's heart there is love, the very heart of Christmas. Now, maybe 1981 is a significant year for you or your mother, but and it's got the little roses on the side here, and it's kind of it's like a thread. It's not glass. It won't be glass underneath, but I'm trying to see if it says what the material is. Obviously, you know what year it's from. The box is not in ideal condition, but it's not bad shape. I've got one damage right there in the corner. That's easily repaired if you know how to mess with cardboard. But there's that. Oh, still can't type it. I can't type the word ornament for some reason. And I'm being dyslexic my typing tonight. We'll start this at $5. How's that sound? So. Okay. Like I said, there might be somebody out there that makes sense to them for that particular thing. I showed this in one of my previews a while back, the next item, and then we'll get into some more jewelry. I have a ton of jewelry, so If jewelry is the thing you're here for, let me know in the chat. But I'm going to just show this and see if there's any interest in either the people watching now or people watching later. So we will pass on this item. Now I have a Carson City Gold Double Eagle replica archival collection from the, I guess it's from the Franklin Mint, maybe. I'll take it out of the sleeve. It came in this plastic sleeve. I'm not taking these. Have never been taken out of the case. Let me get this camera closer, and then I can point it down better. There it is. So you can see it's copper layered in 24 karat gold. It's proof quality. Weighs 32 grams. That's mostly the copper, of course. And there was a limited number of these made. That's the one side. And then that there. And if I have it, there's often sometimes a little brochure that comes with it that gives you a little more history. And it's in this nice display case. So it gives you all the information I think you need to know about it. This was made back in 2008, it looks like. And I have looked up some of these online, and they don't go for a whole lot. But so I'm just going to call this the word replica first, because it is a replica of the Carson City Double Eagle and I believe it was the $20, yes. Oops, I can't type Eagle either. Eagle, $20 piece. We'll start this at $10. If there's any interest. And let's get that up here. Get rid of the other thing that's on there incorrectly. There we go. Didn't know if there's any coin collectors out there, but I thought I did mention this last week in my preview, not in the auction itself. And I thought maybe somebody might be interested, so I thought I'd throw it up there. I've got others. Right, that one's not the least. That one's not even the most interesting one. I think there's some others that are far more interesting. And I'll show you some of those as the night goes on. So, okay, and all right, I will pass on that. Pass, get that right there, and let's throw up some jewelry. All right, reach for my jewelry bag. I'm just grabbing things at random here. So, yeah, here's a little. Let me get my little display. These are not on a card, so I'm just going to throw them on a display. And we'll show these little butterfly earrings. Give me a second. My fingers are just not working well tonight. Dropping things besides. Not their jewelry, but just other things I'm trying to move out of my way. These are on shepherd's hooks, and I'm trying to get them on display, but my fingers are not cooperating here. There. Okay. There. Okay. Now, what did I drop? I heard something hit the floor. No, my tape measure. Ooh, gotta fix that. Okay, I did try to test these, but not to see if they were silver, but just if they were at least magnetic. The air wire responds, but the base piece itself does not. So that doesn't tell me much. It just tells me there's no iron in the earring itself and the butterfly itself. But I don't think they're silver. They just silver tone. But they are a shepherd's hook. Let me get my hand here. And come on. I said I can't get my fingers to cooperate tonight. Show it up close here. Come on. It doesn't want to focus. Come on. The camera's not being helpful either tonight. There they are. They're pink. A little pink. Like I said, fingers aren't cooperating. There. There. Okay. Let's see if I can get something in the chat here. I'm done messing with that. Earrings. Ooh, $5. I didn't see anything on the backs of them. I did look. I always look, the jewelry to see if there's any kind of a maker's mark or whatever, but nothing there. So they're a bright pink, and it's just not showing up really well on the camera for some strange reason. Let me see if I can get this light turned down and see if that helps at all. Yeah, it helps a little bit. Cut down the glare. Well, that helped. It is a much brighter pink than what you see on camera, which is really frustrating. That pink stone in the middle. Okay. No interest in that. We will pass that. And like I said, I have some purses, and we'll do a purse. I don't think I showed this one last week or even previously. No name. It's a no-name handbag, hand purse, whatever, with a magnetic clasp. Nothing complicated about it. It's got a magnetic latch. You can see it right there, and the other neat piece right there. And it's just a simple little bag. I think there's other pockets in there. No pockets. It's a single pocket type little thing. Very interesting. Gold and silver. If I can get that to stay still, there we go. It's not a wallet. I guess I just call it a bag. Bag. No, either. Clutch. There's the word I'm looking for. We'll start this at $5. How's that sound? If there's any interest in that. Okay. Yeah. This is the Christmas stuff, so I guess I'll. Next item is not jewelry. It's not clothing. It's not Christmas ornaments, but it's sort of Christmas related. Okay. Well, I'm no interested in the little clutch, so we will pass on that. Quiet night in the chat tonight. Okay, I have this silicone, and get the light off of there so you don't see it so badly. Silicone pot baking kit, cupcake baking kit. So what it has in it is 6 silicone pots and 6 tree picks. That's what you can see there. Now there's the thing, directions on how to use it, tips and facts. And this was in 2017. Veranda Castle. Oops. What did I do here? I started typing in the wrong place. I'm just going to call these cupcake pots. We'll start these at $5. If there's any interest. Bring it up close so you can see what it looks like, or what the intent is. So it's supposed to be a cupcake frosting that looks like snow, I guess, and a Christmas tree topping it on top of it. Not an ornament this time. This is but definitely Christmas related. A lot of earrings tonight. More so than I did last week. I have a mixture of stuff. Some brooches and pins and other items. Let's see if we got here. Let me get this tag off. While I have this up, I'll leave this. I gotta get this tag off of here. It's inventory tag again. I just want to take it off of here because it's detracts from what you're seeing. Oh my. String. There. Well, I thought there. I'm going to have to cut the string. It's not cooperating. My goodness gracious. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We had a very good one at our daughter's home. And all our daughters were there, and most of the family. Of course, there's always the conflicts rise, not personal conflicts, but the conflicts of scheduling that we have to work out. But that worked out pretty well. All right, I was looking for a display for this next item. I thought I had those handy. Okay, we'll pass on this. Now I'll get this ready to go. And we will go with this really pretty. I should see. I didn't even check to see if there's any markings on this. Oh, there is a marking on here. Huh. Let me get my loop, and I'll tell you what it is in a second. I always like to say if there's something on there, I like to let you know. But my eyesight isn't that good that I can read it without a loop. I think it says. I'll bet you I know what it says, but I'm not sure. Yep, that's exactly what I thought it said. It says Korea. Right. So it's made in Korea. pretty necklace with a gold tone and a pearl base to it, like this. Looks. I'm going to say this is only a 16-inch, probably. Oh my goodness, can't type again. You know, for a person that worked on computers all the time, you think my typing would be fantastic. I'm going to start this at 7. I think it says 7 from that chain to there, so that is pretty short. I think it's intended to be worn fairly, close up, I would say. Oh, this weird. The other thing, this came up last week during the auction, and I had to do a little digging. But now you see this says GGG 1955, which is, by the way, nothing related to me other than it's somewhat my initial, not exactly my initials. It's only my first and last initials are right, but that's not my middle initial. 1955 is not the year I was born, but the YouTube is now switched, so they don't show the channel name anymore. They show just the handle. And the reason they did that, apparently, from what I've learned, is that it's to reduce scams and people trying to copy or mimic other channels. So your channel name is unique, and that's one of the reasons they went to that. But apparently there was a lot of scams and frauds out there. So that is what's going on with that. But anyway, let me bring this down a little closer so you can see it better. And, well, actually, I'll bring that pendant up right in my hand as you can see it. And you can see it's a serpentine style, I think they call it serpentine chain. And on the clasp, which is a round clasp, it does where the Korea is written on that little tag. Did not see any other markings on here. But there, that is really nice, pretty little gold tone necklace. Okay. Oh, this is a goodie. This next one's a really interesting keepsake ornament. And I have no, well, oh well. I'm going to have to start with this one a little higher than what some of the ones I was selling last week. But okay, we're going to pass on this guy. And I'm seeing this going for quite a bit more than I'm asking. This is from 1997. Oh, really old. The box is seen a little bit better. It's a little rough, but the ornament inside is in good shape. I can show it to you in a minute. This is Data from Star Trek. Hang on, what did I do with that bag? I just had... I'll put this necklace away properly. Nope, that's not it. I set it there, and I'll get back to that in a second. Okay. So this is Data. This is the box, and you can see it's been a little rough shape. Well, actually, some of that is the pattern, I think, in the box, but it was stored. This thing was stored in a very dusty environment, so I think that what you see on the cardboard is actually part of the pattern. But anyway, this is from upside down, from 1997 Paramount Pictures. I will take him out of the box to show you. He's still in the original bubble wrap. It is in perfect condition. Put it back on there. So there he is. There's the bottom. I think it does have some writing on there. Yeah, 1997. At his console. There's the hook, of course, right there. I'm just trying to type it in here. 1997. Starting bid of $10 on this. Like I said, I have seen him out there. So on the back, it gives a little statistics. Born Omicron Theta Colony, graduate Starfleet Academy, ranked Lieutenant Commander, famous words, so on and so forth. Also a little bit of history there. For those who are Star Trek fans. So that is probably one of the better ornaments I've got tonight too, I would think, as far as collectability. Let's see here. What else? I do literally have a box full of ornaments and stuff. It's some are hallmark, some are not. But there they are. Meanwhile, I will go to some more jewelry. We'll save that one. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Oh, so she go with this one next, I think. Yes. I wish I remembered to grab my necklace display. It's in here somewhere, in this room somewhere. I think I can see it from here, actually. All right, now we're interested in data. We'll pass on that. And so if there's some interest from somebody later on, of course, they can always email me. Let's get this little wrap back around this guy. I guess I mentioned this last week. I do like Hallmark. Often their bubble wrap is a bag of bubble wrap usually, which is really convenient. You just stick them in the bag and put them back in its box. And away we go. Okay. Let me see if I can reach that necklace display. I know that black doesn't always work well, but sometimes for certain ones it can work. And it gives you the way. Also, it's nice to see the way it hangs. And that's just what I really want to do here. Oh, and we got it on backwards. There. Oh my goodness. Can't hang on to anything here. Okay. So, oh yeah. See, I knew that wasn't going to show. Okay, just so you see, this is actually a 925 necklace. Just a fine chain and a dichroic. So I'm going to call this the yellow white. I'm going to show it up close and take it off of here, but dichroic. Necklace. We'll start this one at $9. Okay, I'm going to take it off of there. But it looks like, I think it's an 18-inch chain. And it's still too bright. Let me kill this light altogether. It is a bright, yet bright. Yeah, boy, this is really washing out. I'm not really happy with this tonight. This camera has been very, very flaky tonight. Get rid of the black in the background. Maybe that helps. Oh, it is really washing out. You see it, the yellow. Man, oh man, just terrible. There, yellow and a little band of white foil. It's yellow foil and white foil. It's, as you can see from the size of my thumb, it's not a really large pendant, but that is a sterling chain. There's the back, the yellow in the back. Let's see if I can get that angle. And that's not too bad there. But there it is. I'm gonna set it down on the table and see if that shows up any better. It does a little bit. I have yet to find a decent display. I've got one that's off-white, and even that doesn't work sometimes. I'm going to have to find a better display that works with this camera. But like I said, there's a 925 chain. You can see it's just a delicate chain. Okay. All right. And give me a second here. I'll make a note to myself that I showed that one. Okay. A little sip of water. Oh, yes, I got a couple of other really interesting things. All right, let's pass on this. And put that back in its bag. Like I said, I got some of these coins. I'll show another one. Here, I just got to dig it out of its little. They come in a little pouch, and in the pouch, if I have it, has the certificate, and the certificate includes often the serial number, or one of whatever. This one is Ben Franklin on a $100 piece. Same deal. So I'm going to put the words replica right up front. And we'll start this at, what did I say for that? Well, we'll stick with the same price as the other one. $10 start on that one as well. Okay, so this one does come with a certificate. I have for sure the certificate of CFA, the certificate of COA, certificate of authenticity from the American Mint. I said Franklin Mint earlier. I was wrong. It's American Mint. And then this has a little write-up on it. And inside it has all the details. And so the coin weighs 54 grams. It was issued in 2010. It is a proof quality. It was the $100 bank note that's on there. So, and then the reverse is the eagle. Oops, I didn't put that up on the chat. I'm going to show it on the screen. What else do you need to know? It is gold plated. doesn't have that same information about the gold plating on this particular. Well, it does say it's copper layered in 24 karat gold. Again, it's a layer, so not a lot, but I have no idea if it's. I mean, from the prices I've seen for these things recently, I gotta assume there's not enough gold to make it interested in those that are collectors of gold. If I can get the glare over there, it would be helpful. Huh? There. It is very reflective, isn't it? Not at all a banknote. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's interested in those, but like I say, I've got a few different ones. And this one does come with the COA. So, it says 9,999 complete collections limitation. So, okay. Oh, no interest in that. We'll pass on that. Quiet out there tonight. Okay. What was I going to show next? Oh, yeah. So, I had a couple things in the preview. I should probably do at least that one. And this is the one. What did I say the name was? Give me a second. I wrote it down somewhere. I just got to find it. Plus, I got to get you a better backdrop. Scruff. SKRUF, Swedish crystal. Okay, that's what it is. Let's get that off there. I'm going to write it down so you have it. SKRUF, Swedish crystal. Deer. And I'm going to start this at $10. Oops, typo. Okay. And the reason I say I'm going to have to give you a better backdrop, I'm just going to take this bright orange cloth and put it back there so you can see the deer in the crystal. I think that helps. We'll see. Actually, you can see the deer there, and it's only on the one side. See, that's making it almost too bright. Again, and I've got that turn way down too. Excuse me. I think you can see it. Yeah. See the deer right there? And then you can look how thick that glass that is. I think it's like 24% lead crystal. Something like that. I'll have to look it up again, but it is signed, by the way, on the bottom. I don't think you can see it really plainly in this light. Let me see where it is, and I can point to it. Yeah, it's in this upper corner right here, right next to my finger. It's signed. See, it's not going to show that well on the camera, but it is there. Oh, you can see the S there. But it is signed. Swedish crystal. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, the next item, another ornament. And okay, all right. Let's pass on this. And get that back up out of there. And this is a Noma collectible ornament from 1989. Oh, vintage even. Huh? So what's what they call an animotion ornament. When you see this little picture here, you plug it in. Oops, let me get rid of that on the screen here. You plug it in to your light. You unplug one of your lights and you plug it in, and it has motion to it. So so of course you could just hang it that way without doing that. We're going to start this at $6. Even for vintage, I think that's a good deal. So it gives you instructions here on the side of how to do that. You can see it hangs, how it hangs. Hey, Marlene. And there's the, looks like it was originally sold at Walmart back in 1989. It is what it looks like when it's hanging. And you can see it spins. It goes around. So this is one collectible ornament, one ornament motion. Together they bring the magic of motion to your holiday decorating. So it has to plug into a light, on one of your light sockets. Clearing snow. Oh yes, I hear you guys got clobbered with snow out there. I don't know how much got Chicago. I didn't catch the details for Chicago area, but I do know you guys somewhere in the range of anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow, something like that. So I didn't catch the exact number, but I think that at the time the guy we were watching, Ryan Hall, I think he was talking more about the Iowa, Indiana folks. So we didn't stay up long enough to catch the final tally for most of the folks. But yeah, that was some big storm. We didn't get it. So yeah, cold. We were cold, and we got now we're getting wicked winds, 20-mile-an-hour gusts. Yeah, Indiana got clobbered. I saw that. We got a dusting maybe to an inch of snow. That's it. We had some snow showers today, but there wasn't anything significant. The roads didn't even get, the roads were clear. So, but it warmed up to 36 for a high today. So it was cold this morning, but it warmed up with a south wind. And I guess the storm that's going to hit the northeast is going to be a coastal storm, and that means that we will probably see nothing or next to nothing from it, unless it does a pretty dramatic shift. So that's the way it is. That happens. We've had that happen a lot. Well, Boston will get clobbered with a foot of snow, and we'll get 2 inches. And everybody thinks we get tons of snow up here, but we don't. We do. And the ski areas love it when the big snowstorms come through because it sends them all up north here to ski. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely get the cold. There's no doubt about that. We're looking at single digits, I think, next week. I looked at the extended forecast, something like that. But yeah. Yeah. Got the wood stove going. It was a nice, comfortable 73, 74 in the house, something like that. So we're okay. Anyway, back to the ornament. So yeah, this is interesting ornament. It does emotion. It is emotional ornament. You don't have to do that. You're not required to. You can just use it as a regular ornament. But it does have that. I did kind of look them up to see if they're still out there. And yeah, there's still people selling them. So for more than the $6. But like I said, I'm just trying to offload what I have, and then I'm just tired of keeping the stuff in boxes and never using them. So I'll let you have it for a deal. That's the way it is. Okay, we're gonna pass on this. Enough chit chat on that. We'll get that out of the way. And some jewelry. Oh well, as long as you're here, You were interested in the large necklace locket, and I'd forgotten to bring it up with me. So I made sure I brought it tonight. We'll get that out there on the table right now. Let me get it so it plays properly, sort of. Oh, come on. What am I doing here? There. Okay. Bingo. I think this is the one you were asking me about last week, Marlene. Let me get that a little higher up so we can get all of it in. There. So this is a Chico's. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Let me put that in the chat. Let me look at what I was asking for that thing. Oh, yeah. $5 for the clutch and 9 for the. Okay. Okay. All right, let me write that down. There. And there. There. So I had to write it down and grab it, put it in the box for you. I could just put that away over here. That's not it. That's it. Grab a box. Start a box for you. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me put that in the chat just so people know. And so let me start with this again. This is a Chico's necklace. I'm not going to say much more about it other than I think it's glass. And we're going to start this at, what did I say I wanted for this? $8. Now, I'll show you. It actually still has the original tags on it, which is really cool. Like I said, I wasn't sure if this is the one you were talking about from last week, but there's the Chico's name. Oh, man, that's really getting washed out, isn't it? Man, really having a problem with washout tonight. Let's see if I can fix some of that. Chico's. And you want to see the original price they were asking for this thing? I don't know if I believe that. That was the original price. And this is a Chico's address on here. Fort Myers, Florida. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands with a lobster style clasp. And I see Marlene at 8. I did not. I didn't know Beth had a Thanksgiving show. Darn. Yeah, Chico's does sometimes, but I think they are cold to the touch. A couple of these, like the ones that look like amethyst leaves, might really be amethyst chunks that are cut and polished, but I'm not sure. It could be just glass made to look like amethyst. So I'm just going to call it glass, and if it's stones, it's stones. If it's so, but yes, yeah, Chico's is generally good stuff. So. Okay. Okay, we're going to say going once. So she had it on Thanksgiving, the Beth show. I did catch a couple of shows over the weekend, Friday and Saturday. I think I'm trying to think of who's I watched. Yeah, a couple of different, one, two, three. Yeah, I watched 3 different ones over the week. We have over Saturday, Friday and Saturday, but not for extended period of time. But I think somebody actually did one on Saturday. But yeah, I missed that. I maybe I didn't get the notifications for her. I'll have to check that. This whole new change now that we just see the person's handle instead of their name. I don't like it. I know why they did it, but I don't like it. These room top of glass beaded and semi-stones. Oh, cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, I know I owe you an updated invoice from last week, but I will get to that after tonight. All right, let me put your name on that. And open your box. Stuff. Oh, what am I going to do next? Oh, yeah. I got this cutest little thing. Again, we need a color background for it to be visible. And bring the camera down, up, and I think what you're supposed to do with these is this is a little. They call it 3D laser printing, I guess. It's where they create these in acrylic. A little Santa skating. And you can see it's a cube. Well, actually, it's a rectangle. Rectangle shape. Cube would be same all the way around. Oops, let me get rid of this on the screen here. Okay. We're going to start this at, what did I say? I wonder for this. I didn't write it down, did I? No. Let's say $7, I guess. So it is 3D. If you look at the top, you can see that. It's writing on the bottom. Don't know what it's from. I left the sticker on there. It might have something to do with when it was made. It says June 6, 2020 on it. Herborn, I don't know. So it may be the person who made it, or the company that made it, but you can see it's definitely 3D. And what you can do is like these. What's the brand? Party Light. You can get these things that you can put them underneath it like that and light them up. It's not. It doesn't going to show up well on this, but you can see the colors that are changing as it changes. So I've got one of these Party Light things that you can put it on. It doesn't rotate. I have one of these somewhere that rotates. Oh, is this it? Oh, it is, but I don't think it has batteries. No, it doesn't. No. Anyway, any interest? Oops, let me pop that up on the screen. It's too bad because it really looks neat with that light underneath it from here, but on the it's so bright in here that I think it's just not working. It's not showing it well. Let me see if that works. And it's still not showing the light. It is. You can see it is lighting it up in different colors, but it's pretty cool how it does that. Okay. Alrighty, we'll pass on that. Did there be any interest in something like that, or in the glassware stuff? Yeah. All right. What am I doing next? Okay. Well, let's do another ornament. Thingy. Folk Art Americana Collection Polar Bear Adventure and that is a Hallmark keepsake ornament. Now, I have not looked this one up. I might be giving away the bank. I have no idea on this one. I'll take it out of the box and show it to you to make sure it's okay. Let's see here. Polar bear, Hallmark, polar bear. I keep misspelling Hallmark. I'm going to do that. They're being dyslexic when I type it. We were doing these at $6. I'm going to start this one at $6 as well. Yeah, I'm going to see if my other display works. I put some batteries in it. So that one is even better, I think, than this one. But there it is, the Hallmark. I know there was some interest last week in some of these things, so I wasn't sure they'd be interested again this week, but I thought we'd give it a shot. There. Let's see if this one works. Okay, sorry. I am distracted here by trying to get this other thing to work, which apparently is not cooperating. Oh well. Doesn't want to work. All right. Go, go, go. Let's go. Oh, I see a few people now in there. It's quiet out there. Oh, hey. Oh, a new name. I don't. Well, now it may not be new to me, but it's a new because now they're showing the handles. I don't know who Marine LYR is necessarily by name, but I may have seen you before. And welcome, welcome. And if you're new, I'll put it in the chat, but my email address is here. There's no registration required, but I do need your information if you do buy something for shipping, PayPal information, your PayPal name or handle now, and your shipping information, email I use for PayPal, that kind of thing. So it would be appreciated if you could email me and let me know who you are. If you are already in there, that you're a first timer. Okay. So there's it's nice. Glad to see you. Thanks for being here. Like I say, it's going to be a variety of stuff tonight. So we started. Like I say, I've got this is the time of year. So no, none of those. I don't. The only things I have is comic books when it comes to any kind of well, and life, some vintage Life magazines. Those are the magazines I have. I do not have any of those, nor have I ever seen those in any of my travels anymore. I think those are really hard to come by nowadays. So, okay, we're going to pass on this ornament, and we'll go to some jewelry. Yes, this here. Okay. No, I don't. The only thing I have vintage is Life magazine and some really old newspapers. Comic books I have go back Star Trek and stuff like that. I do have some of those, and some lot of miscellaneous comic books and oh my, that kind of stuff. But no, not mine. When it comes to magazines, I think I have a bunch of vintage National Geographics as well. But that's about it. Sorry. Not something I carry. Okay, let's go with a bracelet. We haven't any bracelets tonight yet. Let's see. Let's go. This is and these are new. These are not used. It is a Pandora style bracelet. And we'll start this at $7. So you can see the core on these things is a real heavy silver color core, and then the beads, and then the clasp is there, and it's adjustable, so you can vary the depending on your wrist. And I don't think there's any actual. Well, I got a few. There's one bead, for example, on here that's marked 925. I'm not sure how if I trust that, but it is there. I don't. Yeah, it just says 925. We've had some 925. We've had some actual Pandora beads. This one's just marked 925, not marked. I think that's it. I'm just looking to see if it's a Pandora bead, but I don't think it is. No. So I've got a few. There were the cores marked 925, but this one has some charms on it that are. There's a pumpkin and a key, and what is that one? I can't remember. A little treble clef, a butterfly, a little variety of things on there. Ornaments. I said it is adjustable, so it is varying in length, so that makes it convenient for anybody who of any size wrist, or almost any size. As some of the manufacturers like to say, one size fits all. Not quite, but they never do. I know when it comes to stuff like that, for me, I have very, 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 very large feet, and it doesn't work. So, all right. Get my things set to do my next one here. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things at a time here, if it's possible. Not crazy here. Oh, let's see. What are we going to do next? How about a purse? I've only done one. Let's do another. Or at least something related to a purse. Sorry, I'm just trying to finish this up here. There. Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll pass on this. Pull it out. And put that away. You've got this cute little, another sort of a clutch type thing. It does have a zippered. Oops, bring the camera up. Let's do it this way. So there's what it looks like. Really, not large. It's cloth, cotton maybe, or polyester. I'll let you know in a minute. Zippered pocket on the inside. It is not a Vera Bradley. There's the inside. There's a magnetic clasp on it. Very short, fixed strap, not adjustable. It is a Miss Millie. You see that? Yeah. I know just can't seem to get rid of that glare tonight. Yeah, take a look at my camera and settings. Miss Millie. And see if it tells me what the material is. Cover and lining 100% cotton. Has some filling is 100% polyester. So let's bring it down there. So we're going to call this the Miss Millie I guess I'll call this again, and this another clutch. We'll start this one at $5 also. But serious. Yeah, because if you try to look this one up, it will think it's a for Bradley, but it's not. It's a Miss Millie. Which I assume is intentionally trying to. And so what I'm asking is I mean, their prices are all over the place when it comes to stuff like these brand names things, but. Okay. Now let's look at another piece of jewel. Oh, yes, we should do these. What do they call these? Yeah. Okay. Well, no interest in that, so we will pass on that. Oops. Let's try that again. Pass on that. And let's do some earrings. Oops. See if we can get that to display better. Yeah. Okay. How about we do some sparkly earrings? So these are kind of an aqua. Oops, man. Well, let me take it off of there anyway and show it on my hand because I think the black is throwing it off. It's sort of an aqua color, very sparkly. My goodness, I keep dropping it. Well, at least it's durable. I'm going to just rest it there on my hand so my hand's not moving on the table. There we go. Right, I'm going to set these down so I can type. And again, the color is not showing to me is ideal. I don't think turning the light up is going to help it. Not really. So I'm just going to call these the sparkly earrings. Aqua sort of color. And we'll start these at $5. Like I said, I think it shows a little better against my flesh. No, not much difference between the white and my hand. So it kind of looks greenish here, but if you move the thing around, you can see the blue flecks mixed in with the green there. And there's no name on them. There's the back. And there's a shepherd's hook of style. A little crystal bead above it. Well, it's probably acrylic, but I wish these colors were coming out better tonight. It is really frustrating. This is not working as well as I want. And it doesn't have any adjustment for the camera, which is very frustrating. Oops. Let me go to my settings here and see if there's something I can do with that. No. 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 Huh. No. Nope, nothing in the settings I can change, unfortunately. Yeah, iridescent. Yeah, that's a better word. I should know that. We've used this word in the past. I just didn't come across my brain tonight. All right, we're going to say going once and going twice. And last call. And sold to Harley for $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let me write your name down and put that in the bag. Yeah. I like to get right on the bag and putting them in so that the information, so no confusion for me. And put that in the box. Okay. Well, I've got one more glass piece I want to show. Again, I think I'm going to get that orange background so it shows better. This is French leaded crystal. The sticker is still on it, right there on the top. And again, we're getting the glare. If I turn that away, we'll bring that up closer and you can see it's crystal. It's in French here. If I get that focus. It is leaded crystal. I think it's 24% in France. I'll show you the whole thing in the better here. We're going to start this. What did I want this? I can't remember. Did I write this one down? No, I didn't. Okay. $9. I think. So, here's. See how washed up? This is a dark orange. This cloth I have behind it, dark orange. That tells you how washed out. I mean, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but to me, this is washed out. And the color is terrible, just absolutely terrible. Even if I bring more light in, that helps a little bit to bring more light in. Now the cloth is a brighter orange. I checked this thing over. It is in perfect condition. Like I said, if I can get that to focus. You can sort of make it out. I know it's not focusing for some reason. But it does say crystal. Man, I'll read it to you because I can't get it to focus on camera. So it says 24% leaded crystal, France, genuine lead crystal, dark hues. So, anyway. Okay. Well, no interest in that, so we will pass on that. And go for the hallmark. Little ornament thing. I'm just grabbing things at random. So, another Noma collectible ornamentation. This one is a little cat playing with an ornament. So I'll put that in the chat. These are all new in box, so I'm not gonna. If I can probably try and get them out of the box without doing too much thing to it. But anyway, ornamentation cat. from Noma. We'll start this one at $6. Let's see if I can get this out of the box without it. The other one I should have taken it out, but I don't know if there's any anyway. But this is how old this thing is. You can see the plastic's yellowing that holds it. This is from 1989 also. And so that's the part that connects to the tree, and then there's the ornament itself, and it says it looks like it spins also, just like the other one spins. This is a little motor in here that hooks on here, and it spins, and it plugs into the socket. And it says you're supposed to use it with a 35, 50, or 100 steady burning miniature light set. But, like I said, you don't really need to use it that way. Oops, let me put that up on the screen. You really don't need to use it that way. You can use it however you want. But it is in the original packaging. Put this back in here. And I mean, this is 36 years old. So before LED lights. So I don't know. I wouldn't know if it would work with an LED light string. You could probably try it. See. But there it is. Okay. What is next? What is next? Yeah, I'll put this up. What the heck? All right, no interest in that. Ornament, we'll pass on that. And I have this tin. I mean, I don't think it's that old, but it is from Kmart. So Kmart's been gone for a while. It looks like we're in really good shape. I think there's some normal wear along this rim right here, but it's pretty clean. You can see a little pretty tin green with Victorian collection, it says on the side and on the top. There. It is a dark green color. It doesn't show it all there, but we'll start this at $1. Anybody interested? I know some people like to recycle these tins and use them for gifts and things like that. So I thought, well, I'll put it out there rather than see it go to recycle. Okay. Alrighty. What do I have? Put this on the way. Get some jewelry next. I'm just trying to pick out some interesting jewelry pieces here. Oh, and I got one that's actually really good for teachers, or if you want to give a gift to a teacher. think we'll bring that one up, and then we'll work on some other things. Okay, no interest in tin. That's all right. I just thought I'd see if anybody was interested. It was in with my box and stuff. So. Okay. How about some earrings? And this is this I looked at this company up. They do these are fabric on a metal post earrings, and yes, they are deliberately mismatched. La Petite Bohemienne means the small little Bohemian. Pretty straightforward. I'm spell that. I know I am. Try to spell it heroically here. Earrings. Oop. Oh, I don't think I was asking much for these. I recall. Yeah, $6. They are new, as far as I can tell. On the card that came from the manufacturer, they're not marked. So, but I did go to their website to see. I did go look it up and see, and this is pretty typical of them to do this mismatch type of earring. And then I'm going to show an interesting necklace after this. And I may have shown this necklace before in the past. I can't recall. Okay, sorry. Apologize for the silence here. I'm just trying to work out something. All right, we're going to pass on these and go on to this necklace. Very interesting necklace on a cord, not leather, but like a black string. And it's a seashell with gold. Looks like gold plating on the edges. And if you flip it over, my wife thinks that these are the actual formations of or the start of the formation of a pearl that was embedded on the inside of the shell. So, but this is a pretty good size. It's looks like about maybe 3 inches or so in length, maybe almost 3 across. Yeah. And so I'm going to call this a shell necklace. And we'll start this at 7. Blister pearl jewelry. Oh, okay. Thank you. And so this is just a cord with a clasp there, and that looks like to be about maybe 20 inches or more in length. It's pretty interesting, I thought. I see Marlene at 7. I don't know if they coated it with something or not, other than the gold edging that they did. There were no markings anywhere that we could find. So let's say going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Marie for $7. Oops. Typed that wrong. Did I do that on the list? Yeah, let me write it down on the computer. Okay, that's done. And what did you call that? A blister pearl. Okay. Cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put that in the box. Okay. Yeah, teacher item. So I'm going to go with more jewelry here for a minute, then we'll go back to that cup. Okay. So, anybody looking for a gift for a teacher? There's a nice bracelet that would be ideal for a teacher. That's what I want to call it. It is. I don't believe this is silver. No, definitely reacts to a magnet. So, but I'm going to call it the teacher bracelet, and we'll start at 7 for that. And so you can see it's large lobster paw style clasp. Oh, okay. Like I said, my fingers are not cooperating tonight. But it hasn't. I'm going to put it on my hand. That's why I'm just doing that. So it's got an apple. It's got a pencil. It's got ABC and a book and a little teacher figure and another apple. The book's just got has some kind of thing on it. I can't see what it says. Oh, it says history. So, anybody else wants to give a teacher a present? There it is. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just trying to mark things off here. My list, there we go. Okay. All right, let's go back to an ornament. Nobody interested in the teacher bracelet. And I have another White House Historical Association ornament from 2011. Again, it's getting washed out. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get it to better way to do that. Oh, that'd be a better way to get this to work. Man, just getting washed out. There. Okay. So what it says on it is, I hear there were some kids in the White House this year. White House Christmas 2011. So that's again Obama, right? Yes. So trying to think here. I got to count backwards in my head here. Yeah, right. This is the first of his first term. So Yeah, and this was hanging on a little ribbon. It comes with a booklet and a box, of course. And the booklet talks about the White House Historical Association itself. And then this one talks about the Theodore Roosevelt administration in this one. And so talks a little history of the book gives a little history of that administration. And his administration was from 1901 to 1909. So there's a little history there with it. So 2011 White House ornament. We'll start this at, what did I do the other one? I think I was doing the other one at 6 also. We'll say 6. It does come out of the case easily, and it is on metal, and with this insert, the gold tone metal. Here's the back. That's supposed to be McKinley House, I believe, the McKinley family. So, trying to get this to show up better, but there. That's not too bad. Gives you a better color. Okay. We'll pass on that then. Didn't even show it on the screen. That's right. We'll put it up there briefly. Pass on that. Oh, I did do another. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Hang on, I'm still looking for it. Just. Oh, well, this is the one I was looking for. I've got another commemorative coin replica. Get it set up here properly. There we go. I got a bunch of these. Again, limited edition. This one comes with a booklet from the American Mint, and it's a gold-plated copper coin. Abraham Lincoln, Life and Legacy. Comes with a certificate of authenticity, and the certificate gives you the details on the coin itself. It is copper, layered in 24 karat gold. Here's the other side. It is a commemorative coin, obviously. It's not a replica of a, well, it might be a replica, it doesn't say. There were 9,999 of these made. See if I can get that angle. There we go. Lincoln's Gettysburg Address is written down on the back. And weighs 32 grams. This was made in 2011 from the Gettysburg Address from 1863. Oops, I didn't write it down what it was. The Lincoln commemorative coin. And we'll start this one at $10. Okay. I have no purses yet. Wow. Okay. Here, my dog barking. You probably can't hear it on the microphone, but she's woofing at something. Okay, we're going to pass. No interest in the coins tonight. That's okay. I just throw it out there because you never know. Might be somebody out there. How about a Calvin Klein purse? Actually, it's called a wristlet, I found out. I had to look it up because I wasn't quite sure what to call it. So, Calvin Klein wristlet. We'll start this one at $10. I misspelled Klein. Let me fix that. I misspelled wristlet. Oh, sorry. There's a T in there. Yeah. I know these went for considerably more when they were new, but this is, and I don't know if it's new or not. I don't think it's been used before. We'll take a look at the inside. That inside is crystal clean. I mean, that inside is perfectly clean. I don't even see a dust bunny in there. Yeah, so there's little pockets in there, and there's a front pocket, and that one looks pretty clean. And as you can see, the zippers all work. It just has this little wrist strap here. That's what it's. Hence called the name. But any interest out there? Calvin Klein. We have it there, and let's see what we can do for jewelry next after this. Let's see what we do: necklaces and earrings, bracelets. Let's get covered all the gamut. There it is. Well, I'll leave it out there while I take a look at something else here really quickly. So some earrings here that I'm going to show. That are for the cat lovers, I guess you call it. Oh my. My eyesight is just not the way it used to be. I tell you. Even with a loop, I'm struggling here on this one. Okay. At least I got an idea what I'm looking for. And no interest in the Calvin Klein wristlet. So we will pass on that. And go with some earrings. I got more earrings this week, I think, than I did last week. Let's bring this down. These are some cute little earrings. I think that's actually going to show up pretty well against the black, surprisingly. These are marked 925 on the, oops. These are marked, look at that again. These are marked 925 on the ear wire. So we're going to start these at 9. I did not see any markings on the cats themselves. That's what I was just looking at. But it is a shepherd's hook style thing. Let me take it off, one of them off of here, show it on my hand so you can see it against my hand. I'm going to put it this way because otherwise it's. See, I'm just klutzy tonight. So it looks like a cat, all curled up. Man, it just doesn't want to focus so close tonight. It focuses on my hand, not on the earring. And there's the back. Let's see what the back looks like. I don't know if you'll be able to see the 925 on the earring on the wire. It won't focus, I don't think. Nope. So let me put it back on the display. Excuse me. Okay. There. Just checking off my list. Time for another Hallmark ornament. This is from the Folk Art Collection. Okay, I will pass on this. Yes, very cute. Okay, another Hallmark. This is from their Folk Art Americana Collection from 1994. Wow. Wow. What does that make it? 31 years old. It's called Roundup Time. And we'll start this one. Oh, yeah, I keep misspelling. Word Hallmark. How can I do that? We'll start this one at $7, I think. I did not look it up. The original price back then was, still has the original price on it from $16.75. It opens from the front like this, and then they have a write-up on the inside about the Americana Collection, so on and so forth. And it's I think this is brand new. I don't think it's ever used. Really cute. And this is the first time taking it out of the box. So I'm going to set it down here so you can see it. You can see there's where you hang it from the hook. Huh. Use real twine on that thing. That's cute. And it's a cow, not a steer. No, it's not a bull. Not a bull. That's a cow. Does have the hallmark mark on the bottom. But interesting. I'm not sure what the, I guess that's a, it says L594 on the, that looks like it was carved right into it. And, I'm sure that was deliberate. I don't know what it means. Does that mean it was how many that were made? It doesn't say it was limited edition, but maybe it is. Huh. Doesn't say much about it on that. I mean, it does have a little write-up about the collection and stuff. But anyway, alrighty. Well, we will pass on that. And wrap that one back up. Put away the books. Different kind of packaging, this one. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I'm not doing. I know I'm forgetting something else that I had around here besides the coins and the Christmas stuff. And I got more Christmas stuff. I may have to do another auction this week. We'll see. I know I'm forgetting something. Something I wanted to show. But let's go with some more jewelry, and then probably going to wrap it up soon here. Let's see here. We just did earrings. I could do another. Oh yeah, let's do this other dichroic here. Okay. What did I call this one? Purple gold. I call this the purple gold. Okay. Crackleberry one. Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah. Calling this the purple / gold. It's got more colors than that, but it's just those are the predominant colors. Dichroic. Gold tone chain. We'll start this one at $8. So it's just a plain gold tone chain. It's nothing. I think it's 18-inch. And let's see if we can get that to come out with a. You know what? I think it does better here. Get less glare. Yeah, that's not bad. Shows the color fairly well there. You can see why I said purple, gold, and then they get some. It's kind of like a yellow and pink and purple. Little variety of color in there. But yeah, just but it has a gold tone bail on it. So, and then the back, of course, is just black. And you can see the gold tone bail on the back. Okay. I'm trying to decide what to do to close out with. Maybe I'll do one more purse, maybe, or something like that. What is that? Nah, I just won't do that. I'll close out with one more ornament. Another vintage piece. Yo, this one's old too. Even older. Not Hallmark. That's all right. Okay. Yes, that's right. We met the artist that made this. She's moved. Oh, I want to snap out of our cover. It's either North or South. I think it's South Carolina. We're retiring and moving to South Carolina to be with her sister down there. So, yeah, she was local here. And I guess she had stuff in the local shops and things like that at one time. Okay, well, we're going to pass on that. And we'll do one more ornament. And then we will do one more piece of jewelry. And I got lots and lots. I got a box full. I mean, a couple boxes full. But tonight, what I came prepared to do was at least one box full. And let's see. We're trying to pick out. Oh, I'll do this one after that. After this. And we'll close it with that. Okay. Another vintage ornament. I'm trying to see what the original price was on this thing. Huh, wow. This is an UNESCO rather than Hallmark. Christmas to go. So from 1993. We'll start this one at. I've got to go with 8. This is really old. I got to think it's got to be worth something. I did not look it up. But I'll take it out of the box. Original price on this thing was $25. Original price on this was $25.75. But 1993. And instead of in bubble wrap, they put it in these plastic mold pieces. So they're pretty easy to take out and look at. This one has been taken out of the package apparently because the tape is there. Cute, huh? That's the one side. That's the other. I have a bunch of UNESCO stuff in one box somewhere. Another local business that she was retiring and went out and was looking to get rid of stuff. Yeah, I haven't had pizza for a while, actually. We'll say going once. Oops, we got to click on the right spot. Going once. Going twice. Last call. Sold my leg for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I did not comp this one. I'm just guessing because of its age that it's probably worth something. I'll tell you. Let me give you a quick look up. It's considered rare, according to one site. I hate it when they say that, though. I never know if it's really true or not. I think that's pretty fair with the price. Looks like. So that's good. It's less than, I was asking less than retail. So that's good. All right, last piece of jewelry. I've got an earring and necklace set from what is this? 9 West Vintage America. Yeah, untangle it here. It was all tangled up. Hang on. Okay, there's the earrings. Let me get the necklace untangled here a little bit. There are the earrings. There's the necklace. So I'm going to see if I can get this to display properly here. Give me a second. I guess I'm going to call it a night after this anyway, so. trying to get this earrings to show properly here. Bear with me. There we go. The shepherd's hook earrings, as you can see. That piece of paper. Oh, the bag. Okay, so get the camera down. Sorry, get that off the screen. Yeah, it's hard to get slices nowadays at some of these places. There's still a couple in town that do it. In fact, there's one that does a special 2 slices and a soda or something like that for lunch. Okay, so what did I say? 9 West Vintage America. That's how it's marked. Oh, I wrote down what I wanted for this. What did I say? $10. Start this at $10. For the necklace and earring set. And so you see it's a combination metal and cord for the pendant, and then really interesting clasp up here. It's got a shape to it. Kind of, it's not just a simple round thing. Let me see if I can get it off from the other thing here, and then we'll show you the clasp. Pretty different. Sort of like almost like a life, like you see on a boat. And then there's the 9 West written there in Vintage America on the tag. There's the pendant up close. Good back of it. And the earrings. They kind of, you see, they're a shepherd's hook style earring. And I see more letting at 10. Yeah, the cord is sort of a suede-ish. Yes, you're right. It is suede. You're right. It's suede. Yep, you're right. And the chain. So, yeah. Very good. I never picked up on that. So, we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold. $10. Thank you. And we'll put that in the bag. Put your name on it. And we'll switch cameras here briefly to just say good night. Alrighty, let me get this written down here first before I forget. Yeah. Put it in a little bag, put your name on it, and get that off the screen. And I have a lot more. It's late. I just I'm getting tired. I was up early this morning with the dog. I have about a big box full of Christmas stuff still, and I have much more jewelry, of course. I will be putting some new interesting stuff out on eBay and or Etsy, probably both. Yeah. We have, well, the puppy still goes in a kennel because she's so destructive. She chews everything. But she's getting better. The other dog, she's a sweetheart. She will either sleep with me or at my feet or at the chair near my bed. So, yeah, they're both good. And they're really getting, the puppy's getting much better than she was. She was pretty destructive. She's not trusted. You can't trust her right now to not be. I don't know, but I've showed this in the past. I think this is You think this is a Fenton piece? It's with solid glass with a goldfish in there. Looks like it looks like a plastic bag you got a goldfish in. I've also got this other really neat piece of glassware that I'm gonna probably put out on eBay. Really cool. And then I've got. I think this is made in Vermont actually. This stone. It's all stone. It says underneath that it is made in Barrie, Vermont. It's granite and onyx. So a pretty cool piece. And then I've got the pièce de résistance. I've got this gorgeous vase. Maybe putting out there. And this one is an ambiente Rizal, made in Germany. Hand blown, mouth blown, hand blown glass vase, which is really cool. So if you're into those things at all, those kinds of things, you will see that out on eBay and or Etsy shortly. If I have the time to take the pictures, good pictures and everything of that, and we'll get that out there. I have a lot more jewelry, like I said tonight, that I never even got to, and a lot more Christmas stuff. I pretty much went through all the purses, I think, and I got a bunch more of those commemorative coins, replicas and stuff. So, yeah, thanks. Now they're nice pieces. So, all right, we're gonna say this good night, and thank you for everybody who tuned in. And if they're catching me later on because you were watching other auctions, which I'm okay with, certainly watch my video and let me know if there's something that I didn't sell that you're interested in, and zing me a note, an email. Email's the safest. Don't put it in the chat because I don't always catch all the chats. It's best to send me an email. So have a great night, and we'll see you maybe this week. I don't know yet. We'll see.